I just woke up. Hope you're having a nice morning, Storm. Okay, so if we look at this again... So... Basically, people transporting, people dying... Someone... or John... was put down here, leg missing... And then the blood trail... So there's stuff going down on in here, I think. Or maybe like the fourth mate was grabbing some rope to tie up the guy who was spewing a nonsense or some hysterical thing saying we have to toss out the beast, they're cursed or we'll regret it. And then there's like a bloody saber right here. But then like with the way his leg was torn off, it doesn't look like your normal cut or anything, so it has to be torn off. Because from parts 3 to part 4, like, part 3, they were still... Wait. Actually, hold on. Yeah, so they're still transporting this thing. They fell, tripped, bonked on the head with a very heavy stretcher of some creature. So how long has it been between this, when John, leg intact, like, between this event and then John down here in part 4 with his leg missing? Like, what happened to the time? And then if we go down the Orlop deck, all the way down here. Actually, technically this is the Orlop, right? Yeah, okay, cargo hold. Okay, let me check something. Captain's cargo, passenger, bosun store. Oh, wait, the bosun store? Lazarette. I'm up in the Lazarette. I wonder if there's something I'm missing here, but there's nothing that would lead to some kind of new cutscene because I viewed all of them. Because the game does, or pretty much like forces you to see where everything is so that you're not missing that one spot where you can find some new precious information. It railroads you to make sure you have access to everything, but just what am I missing and where? I really want to know what's behind this door. So where's his leg? Toss him back in the Lazarus with those things. Yeah, so there's the rope when they tied up the spider. What was this again? Chapter 6, Part 8? Torn apart. Got this scimitar. Yeah, I can't determine anything else from here. So... I'm so hung up on this guy. Let me view this one more time. And then I'll try figuring out other stuff from there. Okay, let me listen.
Keep pressure here.
Hold him down. What madness is this? 20 years my steward had never a doubt on your sanity. Explain yourself.
Those ungodly beasts carry a curse! Throw them back or doom us all!
Tie him up and put him in the lazarette with those things. He may yet find his senses.
Come on. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg?
Oh. Hold down, what is this? I am almost fine, John. So is it? So no one else was talking around here. Third mate, that dude. Wait, I don't know much about that guy. Seaman. The carpenter mate. Carpenter. Hey Nettie, how's your morning going? Okay, so this guy was in. Hold on, let me bookmark you. You're the last easy guy I have to determine. Ow. I hit the wall. Ugh. So let's see, you are memory. Second memory was it Unholy Captives. Although I guess I really haven't checked out part 1. Main deck in the middle. Like, you're supposed to be... Oh, I have to get out of the memory. Oops. Where do you get out of the memory at? Over here. Oh, no, I have to go around. Okay. So, let's get back to the top of the main deck and check out what happened after chapter 4. See where... Well, apparently his name's not John, because... Or is it? Because they said, alright, John... Hold on. The pressure here, what matters is this, never down sanity. Here's my steward, so obviously Captain talking about the steward. Tie him up, and they're dragging the other guy on the side away. See, all's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg? Yeah, so that is John. Because, like, everyone else I've... Actually, you know what? Wait. Let me double check on that. I just want to double check, like, with all the people. Do I have everyone identified? Yeah, so I made sure that this guy was the fourth steward, because given these guys uniforms, and then this man over here, they have to be the stewards, right? And then... let's see.
Keep pressure
So
here.
steward, surgeon mate, surgeon, they're all verified. If you kind of look over here, that's Henry Evans. If you look over here, this is James. This is the captain, the bosun. This is some dude. And this is the first mate. So they're all verified. Everyone else who's up here is not talking or doing anything. They're just trying to not get too many involved with the situation going below deck. So that has to be John. But then, what's bothering me is that how is he not considered torn apart by a beast? Because no sword can do that kind of damage to a leg. Unless it's like the sharpest sword in existence, but then that'll be a more cleaner cut, sort of, maybe, kind of, not really, I don't know. But that's not the point. It doesn't look like... Although, like, they show us a bloodied saber, so I'm not sure about the cause of death. Hey, Noodle, how you doing? So I'm not sure about the cause of death with that guy, and I need to see where was he when they brought all that stuff aboard.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
这是虾米？未来诶，全部供出来，拢是恁害啦！迄个害得较对人无顾好，是啥人温死的啦？He talk about a shell, very dangerous.
Shell? What shell?
That shell. Let me go close something here. Getting I have like a container full of hot water. Then, where are you? Okay. So that's you. So you're overlooking the cargo and stuff. You're with the third mate, the first mate. This is the seaman, the other seaman doing the heavy work here. So there's nothing I can... What makes you so easy to deduce? Hello, West Investigator. Wow. Hey, Dist. How you doing? So you were spiked. Do we know much about you? Unholy captives. You're playing cards. You're playing cards or a game of dice with this guy, and this guy. You know, you're not. You're kind of separate from the Russian group here. My investigation makes you want to have disappointment. Oh no, Noodle. Like he's just I'm sure he's referencing the bad end if you try to end the game too early before you can make any significant like headway into the investigation. Because Henry Evans, the guy who gave me the book said, "Oh, find out what happened to all 60 of the crew members. With my failing health, I can't like make the journey to the Obra Dinn and figure things out. So I need your help." And then if you go in with a barely filled out book, being like the laziest reporter ever, he actually just dies from sheer disappointment. It's hilarious. Suicide. Surgeon's mate. The 3 people who were why can't I look at you? Oh yeah, right. Then anything else hiding behind here by any chance? So wait, you're holding up the rigging stuff, so you definitely have to be a top man. Like, because you're in charge of like the rope work and all that stuff. So we still have a lot of top men to classify. This guy, not sure. What makes you? Alright, I'm getting sidetracked though. Where is? I already found out this guy. Although, is that all the details we have about this guy though? Because first memory, you were the guy who made and missed the shot during the firing squad execution. And then next up, we go all the way to chapter 5. You're the guy... Oops. You're the guy checking out the retrieved boat and the cargo on it. Then next up, you're carrying the stretcher with basically the beast here that just slew 2 people in 1 hit. Ooh, that was real close. Between the legs. So, this guy is only present for the firing squad, being the firing squad guy. And then, chapter 5, wait, hold on. This out. Ahoy. So, wait, your first was during the murder, then next. So then... Can I check anywhere else? No, I think that's it. So then... Put this out, take it below. Yeah, I don't understand. Who the hell are you? Because obviously, you're not the 4th mate. This guy is. And you're not... I don't think, you're higher rank than this. Because if you're made to... Because the only other John is the 4th mate, but that's reserved for someone of a higher class. I have no clue. I have no idea.
You're still breathing? Can you roll?
Wait, O'Hagan. Oh, wait, maybe this is O'Hagan. Because, like, if you look at the conversation, O'Hagan's still breathing, can you row? And then it's nice saying help, I think. And then Nick goes, shoot them for God's sake, but he's cowering in fear. And meanwhile, while this is all going down, this one's already dead. The Formosan guy knifed the steward, trying to use this chance to open up the chest to kill off the mer monsters or whatever. So I think that's all I can conclude. Other dude in the firing squad though, speared by the beast. That's you. So mother gotta keep rowing, bang the chest. I'm just gonna say now pick up the oars and poles.
Keep rowing!
Where is it? There! Something there! I see it! Give us a weapon! Shoot it! My kid eye!
Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
So let's see. So if I already labeled O'Hagan, we have 7 memories and a few here to determine where this guy is. So this guy has like, sometimes I can't tell if he's like, if he's just going shirtless and has some weird ass tattoo, but no, that's a striped shirt. He just has his sleeves rolled up. Okay, so let's go track down that guy. Or let me tag him. Damn it. There you go, tag this guy. Okay. So let's take it from the bottom. Go to the cargo. Where is he? What's he doing? What's his position? And then trying to see if I can squeeze out other details from any potential conversations. Then he was in part 2, meaning this, no, that's part 1, meaning this part over here. I wish this was close enough to determine who he is. Oh. This guy was a seaman because he's doing cargo work. Formosan guy over here guarding the door. The Indian crew bring in cargo by the barrels. I wonder if you can look through the... Nah, you need direct line of sight. Like, I kind of find it annoying how they say that people are present here, but then you can't zoom in far enough to determine the exact position, or like that everyone is in. Okay, so then if I can find out this guy in chapter 1, what about the next one? So, bitter cold. No way. No, you're probably one of the ones sleeping. Although, if you're one of the ones sleeping... Ow, my... Ow. Okay, that hit a bad part of my elbow. But, getting back to that. So, let me see. With all the people that I've eliminated already... With the people I've eliminated already from the list, maybe I can go by the beds and figure out which beds were where, which numbers were where, determine which ones are left, and then use that to figure out who the firing squad guy is. So, bitter cold. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back to the, I'm gonna have to go back to the body bag again. Okay. So, let's see. With the people I'm thinking about... Let me see, who's left on the list? So, actually, the people who are still have their names struck through, that's still people I guessed but didn't get correct. Although, hold on. Maybe let's, like, if we assume that he's an important person of some importance, maybe he's a bit closer to where the first mates or the mates' quarters are. Actually, no, I can't go that far. Yeah, never mind. I can't go that far. I can't tell by the shoes and all. So it's where the Indian guys are. This guy was speared. Striped shirt. Huh. What are the number tags? The number tags represent the people on board. Everyone gets assigned bedding and everything. So that, like, as they do a head count of everyone on board, everyone has a number fixed to them so they know where they are, at least when they sleep. But for me, like, if they have dead giveaways with, like, key clues, then I can associate whoever has this with this number, and then say number 37, the tattoo, then it has to be, you know, this person or whatever. So I'm trying to find out if I can see any other clues with people around this area. Oh, maybe not O'Hagan. Although, actually, I don't know, maybe, because the whole thing earlier, on the boat. But yeah, I guess I can't really determine anything from here, because everyone's just under the sheets, for the most part. Yeah, I gotta go back. So, this chapter's not telling me anything. So the murder, obviously with the murder, this guy was present during the firing squad. Next up, this guy was leaving the boat. O'Hagan. I don't know, what's your... What's your... Wait, what's your giveaway? Like, what's that key clue to help ensure that I make sure you're the right person I'm looking for? I don't get it. Oh no, this is the place where that guy gets kind of crushed. So I figured out who's the ship cook, by the way. Maybe there's like a nameplate here for who's responsible for this stuff. Nah.
Slack the lifts and lower the boats! The whole crew will be on us!
Give it up.
So other guy here. So wait, on your toes, boys. How can you do this? Load her up. Give her here, will ya, Captain? Slack the lifts, lower the... Is he some kind of top man? Okay, I don't know anymore at this point. Hey, you wouldn't be like a helmsman or anything. No, no. Well, obviously you're Russian. So we know this guy got speared, it's just, I don't... let me check you again. So second mate steward. Passenger. Some other guy. Wait, where is the... Not you. Not you. I got speared. Wait, they said the top they said this guy was present. Oh, it's like right here. Right. But then... I don't get it. I don't see what I can piece together from that specific moment. So wait, let me check the calling. Let's see, they're on us. O'Hagan, you still breathing? Help. Nicholas, sir, shoot them. Maybe I just have to leave it at O'Hagan for this person. Poor soul. Yeah, it's gonna take a lot to figure out who he is. Clear the deck. You're the one that got clawed by the beast, but how do I figure out who you are? So 5 memories. I know I'm kind of going around circles by looking at the same person, but what obvious clues am I possibly missing from the fact that he's the guy who was one of the shooters in the firing squad, but then he was, I'm guessing, persuaded or whatever by the second mate to abandon the ship with the treasure and everything. So then... Because all that we got was chapter 3. Then all of chapter 4. And then that guy's dead. Or wait, I say chapter 4? I mean, chapter 5 with his leg. Does it say, where's the rest of his leg gone? Meaning it got cut off somewhere. So, let me assume that, like, there was several minutes in between part 3 where that one Indian man fell or tripped on the stairs and got his head kind of crushed by the stretcher as he fell down. And then the Naples guy, John, I hope that it's John, if not, who the hell is he? So, I'm assuming minutes have passed. So they're carrying the stretcher with the mer monster thing down to the lazarette to figure out what to do with it later. But on the way, he walks back and slowly there's blood dripping further down and down the hallway. And then it gets to a point where he starts bleeding excessively, which then catches the surgeon's attention, I think. But then how did the beast, like, is it because I'm labeling it wrong or something? Because, like, how else would I, what, got clawed? Because you obviously you're not decapitated, like your leg got chopped off. Froze to death. Knife. There's a poison option, but I wonder when the poison option would even come in. We weren't struck by anything. You weren't spiked because when we checked his body, if we go down here, like down over here, further down, the poor guy's just bleeding over here. Although, maybe with the spikes, because we have 3 spike locations here, here, and here. Although I'm guessing that the spikes came up when they were transporting it down there. But then, like, his leg though. I doubt there are any clues near the stairs though. So the John guy was transporting this over over here. He lost his leg. Then I'm guessing he's like limping back for dear life as he stumbles over stairs and eventually bleeds to death. Then because you weren't shot by anything. You weren't exactly speared. Does it count as a spike? No, but like your leg is just pure gone. God, oh my God, I'm so hung up over this. Like, easiest to deduce my butt, like, what's the key clue? Come on! Like, you only give me 5 memories. You can imagine my room has like a gigantic whiteboard with all the characters and stuff connected with red strings. I wish I had a whiteboard or like a board where I can do that stuff. But then I have to print out pictures of everyone. Or at least like take the time to write down every single person and memorize who they are and then try connecting it that way. But I tried setting up a Google spreadsheet for taking notes earlier, but I was overall confused on how I wanted to neatly organize my notes if I were to try to take stock of everything I currently know. But then I ended up not going through with the notes because it just got too well, it's something I should have done from the start if I was gonna try that, but yeah, I don't know. I think with what the game shows me, it's sufficient enough to try to figure things out with. Because if I just try to look at it individually, like, I don't know. Let me think about this again. So firing squad, next memory. You were fishing some things up, or no, he wasn't fishing it. He was on the ropes, looking over the board, trying to look at the boat for anything or something. And then part 2, you were holding onto the stretcher with that creature on it, and that looks more like manual labor. So he has to be some sort of seaman. And then during part 3, he fell down, but his leg was still intact as the stretcher slipped down the stairs. Indian dude got kind of bonked in the head with that same stretcher. And then part 4, there's some sort of time skip going on, but that's our last memory of this person. So the surgeon was, keep the pressure down. Then the captain on the side was going, "You're 20 years my steward, what the hell were you doing?" or something. He's like real pissy. The steward was going, or was kind of yelling about how they need to throw back the monsters or else they'll come back to bite them in the ass or something later. And then, side conversation aside, we go back to the guy with the missing leg and say, "It's alright, John. Like, I've been through or seen worse. Where's the rest of his leg?" So, yeah, because the leg that we activated the memory for was right by the stairs, they transported the mer creature successfully, but at the cost of his leg. So then, like, I guess he wasn't, I don't know, like, it's kind of like my small nitpick or issue about Obra Dinn. Like, when you're trying to think about how to word out certain deaths, like, when you kind of word it like, "Oh yeah, this guy died because his leg got chopped off by X or Y thing." So, then when you try to look for something like that, it's like, "Oh yeah, like some horrible beast, like, took out his leg. What does the game classify it as?" It's like, was it torn apart? Was he speared or spiked technically by the thing and lost his foot that way? Or did the guy that was being dragged away to the lazaret with the mer creature, like, did he have any involvement with some kind of fight or something? Although, I guess if you want to play it out this version, or play out this version of events, so maybe the guy was, or the guy with the missing leg was transporting the mer creature with some other people, right? And then the captain steward saw the creature and, well, for whatever reason he had, tried to slash at the people, ended up chopping off the dude's leg, or part of it, because you can still see the bone, and tried to, after he sliced, he tried to get rid of the creature, or try to beg the captain. It's like, "No, these are cursed. You need to rid of them or doom us all." But then, I don't know, like, they don't show it early enough and expect you to piece it together, like, 1, 2, 3, like, just like that. But that's all the clues I gotta go on. Look over a boat, transport a creature, lose your right foot, and that's it. I was like, okay, difficulty rating of 1 triangle out of 3. And just like, how is this 1 of 3? Like, I don't get it. Like, what's with this guy? Because he was part of the shooters in the firing range. I'm not sure how seafarers kind of determine who's on the firing squad or something like that. So, is handling the gun during an execution something that slightly upper ranked crew members to do? Or is it something you give to the lackeys so that the leaders don't get their hands directly dirty like that? So either way, they're listening to their superiors' orders to then shoot... What was it? To then shoot the guy. But then they had the easy giveaway though. Oh, oops, not expired. Cause like I know like probably torn apart by a terrible beast or something, but then this was what I had for the several past connections I established, and this was never solidified. So I don't know. Maybe the Captain Steward did do it. Are you? You're shitting me. Son of a bitch. So that hypothetical scenario did happen. So that's why they were taking him in, because the Captain Steward lashed out at John, lopped off part of his foot as they were trying to toss away the creatures into the cargo hold. Oh my, like, how long was I like talking through the whole thing with John, and then on a whim, because like I was like, oh, like this thing I had where he got torn apart, like, yeah, like this is not, like, this ain't right. Like, we've established like several other connections, and yet the one easy one I've set up, he hasn't like been verified yet. And now he has. I'm like, oh, okay. You know, let me just push back my keyboard real quick. Let me take a sip of my hot water, because I think my vocal cords are just getting a bit exhausted with like the non-stop like hypothesizing, rambling, and whatever I'm doing. Like it's at this point when you get to the final parts of determining like the remaining crew's fates, it's more like, it feels more like random guesswork with some of these people than trying to piece together the obvious information. Although, like, I guess, like, although it's not purely guessing, because, you know, process of elimination, and the fact that, you know, you have, like, the game says you have to make assumptions, so there is, like, there are plenty of times where you just have to go with some gut feeling and just decide on it. So, hell if I know, man. Okay. So we're at... What are we at now? You're glad the game tells me that I'm right about this part? Oh, yeah. Either way, they have to tell you that you're right. Otherwise, like, you'll be stuck here forever if you have to, like, verify all 60 at once. I'm glad that oh god, what was the dev again? I just want to double check. It was Lucas, right? Lucas Pope, yeah. Like, it was a good thing that he didn't choose to go for kind of like the flawed puzzle solution of verifying like one person at a time. Otherwise, everyone and their mothers could guesswork their way through, or just guess without having to think things through like this. So, okay, I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. I feel mentally exhausted at this point. Because we're so close to the finish line with unlocking Chapter 8. But, I don't know. Like, now for sure, we've eliminated all of the easy... all of the, what was it? All the easy people to figure out. Also, I'm curious, what happens if you go back now with 2/3 of this thing filled? Because before I went with like 6 out of 60, now I'm like 40 out of 60. Maybe he won't die of disappointment, but then he'll just say, nah, I ain't telling you crap.
We should go. Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back. If you've still business here, climb up and finish it.
Alright.
Else I'll make to port.
So, let me see what happened. I didn't click. What? I didn't... what? No, put me back down. I want to see what happens. Is he still gonna die of disappointment?
Ready to go? Finally. Sit down so you don't fall out.
Okay, let's see what happens now. Definitely does like to take their time to skip onwards. So 1 week later, this is the assessment. Remains in your possession. Return to Henry Evans. You can't speed this up despite viewing the bad end once. I do like how they tie that in with the music. 1 year later. So, sipping a cup of tea, just staring at the wall. Someone's at the door. I wonder, is there any other details about the inspector? Oh, is that like a jewel right there or something? Huh.
Can you believe a letter at this hour? Must be important. I'll be turning in now. Tea's all gone, so you might think about going to bed as well.
Okay, is he still disappointed? So, it's unfortunate he's passed away, not fully solved. Wait. He succumbed to his illness shortly after receiving not fully solved. He asked me to express his appreciation at your attempt. He understood the difficulty of the task, and that his final wish was to see the completed book would not come easily. Of the 4 of us that survived the Obra Dinn's ordeal, only 3 remain now. We are content with our situation here in Morocco and request no further correspondence. Jane Bird. Okay, so he's not dead by disappointment now. But he just passed in general. Okay, okay. And doesn't look like there's an achievement about that. Okay. So... Oh wait, 39 fate solved. For some reason Nice Try is still gonna die. Well, it's better than... Dude, you didn't do freaking shit, and then just dies. Okay. So that achievement that I saw, like, from what I checked on, it's just if you go back at any time without solving the whole thing. Okay. So let me check at this, or check this list here. So we're down to a list of 3. So we're low on the amount of officers left. The mates are still who they are. No changing that. I still don't understand who or what the ship's steward is. Crush. Unidentified stowaway. Oh, no, wait. Unidentified stowaway, so no one even knows what that person even was. So wait. O'Hagan, Seaman. This guy was speared. Evicted at Justice at Sea. The top man resting on the pillar here. You don't look Chinese, if I were to assume by face or by faces. Oh boy, here we go again. Okay, but going by, let's see, who else can we try to determine now at this point? So there was this guy over by the Justice at Sea. So Seaman, Seaman. Okay, so all of these guys are like seamen. So they're all the lackeys doing the dirty work. So he is... He's in 8 memories though. Let me check you out. So we'll ignore you in the calling, or not calling, in the loose cargo, because there's a lot of people who you can see but can't zoom in on to verify, like, their positions in. Like, you can see them, but you can't zoom in and examine. That really bothers me. A bitter cold. So at this point, he's probably one of the guys. What was it? Probably one of the guys resting in the beds. Or, no, he was one of the guys, playing cards, right? I think he's Russian by any chance? Because people were playing, or he was playing cards with them. And if they're speaking Russian, he probably has to understand. And during this time, 1800s, I don't think it's too common to learn, or do you think it would be that common for other people to know Russian if they're not natives? Although if you're doing like transport work, but if you're a seaman, then all you would need to know is just transporting the heavy cargo. Like, having to know more languages, to talk with more people, be reserved for work with people who are tasked with the more important tasks like financial things, setting up different like deals or stuff, something like that. Let me see. So, cards. You were here, right? Yeah. So, you... Maybe you are Russian, because there's no other Russian on... Oh no, there's a top man here. But, if we're looking based on the people here, everyone is a seaman. You're assuming they're all speaking their other language? Yeah, because if we look at this conversation, you know, stop your cheating, worry about yourself, like, they're just playing by themselves and not with, like, some large group watching, so I'm guessing they're not, like, they're just kind of home talking to each other like this, so I can't words right now, I'm not sure. But, okay, he has to be, like, Russian then. So then... Excuse me. Let me see. This guy was... Let's take a look at the guy who was Claude. He's only in 2 memories? What are you in the memory of? The murder. Huh. Let me go back. Okay, so we'll assume that guy just marked is the right Russian dude. Just your regular seaman. Because he was the, one of the shooters. So then... If we go back to, where was I going again? Alright, go to the murder. Who was that guy talking to?
Hok Seng Lao, you have been found guilty by self-confession of the murder of Nunzio Pasquale.
Wait, where were you in the murder? Because it says you were present. This is a steward.
As captain of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company, and thus the Crown of England, I sentence you to death by firing line.
Wait, the butcher? The butcher?
Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
He's handling the what's it called here? The words. Wait. Oh wait. How did I not wait? Chef's apron. You're the cook. Okay, I have to find one more person to verify this. You're the cook. Because I was like, wait, butcher. Butcher. Because for a while I was wondering, who's the damn cook on this ship? But since they're around the livestock and everything, they'd be the ones to handle it. Okay. So, I finally got that guy. Now I just need to find and verify one more. Like, let's look for another 2 rating somewhere. Yeah, okay, like this guy, I'm just pure guessing, but I don't want to pure guess on that. So, let me just mark it as an unknown. Excuse me? Excuse me, how are you not considered... What? How are you not the fourth mate steward? I thought I labeled you when... What? Because second steward, first, third, this has to be the fourth. Clawed, burn, axe, knife, poison, not poison, suicide. Because if we look at where this guy expired... Because he was bleeding out until the second spider thing hit through the wall or something. Or did I label him afterwards? When I found the recent 3? Maybe I have to find out one more? Hell if I know. Okay, two triangles, two triangles. The Doom. Let's see. Unknown, Seaman, then his fate. Okay, how about this guy? The guy who was torn in half. Like, how have I not figured out who he is? Because I thought that this whole time he was the bosun's mate. Because the bosun was talking about, you know, my French man. It's like, but he was torn apart by the beast. Then, you know, I thought this was being torn apart by the beast, but then... Because if we look at where he's hanging out with the other top men of the crew. Oh wait, no, but then that would make him part of the top men over here. So then, does he look Russian? I don't know. Let's say it looks Russian. It's obviously Chinese, obviously. Nah, I know for sure this guy ain't Chinese. I'm pretty sure this won't fly in Chinese culture. I would know. Got markings or tattoos like this, oh boy, you would be disowned so fast. You would be disowned so fast, man. Okay, so he has to be some kind of top man. Although I don't think Rush. Okay, let me check the top man list. Top man, Persia, Scotland. I'm guessing you have to figure this guy out, like, near last, or I can just randomly guess. I'm not gonna do that. Okay, the cook, guys. Captain Stewart, we don't know where he perished, or what happened to him. Top man was decapitated. Guy fell overboard. Some unknown dude. How am I supposed to know who this guy is? Because this guy is only in 2 memories. So he was there for the murder. So carpenter. Artist sketching. Passenger. So the Formosan people. This guy was just telling them to back the hell off. And he disappeared into Doom. Was he one of the ones who tried to escape? Oh man, we don't know. Carpenter mate who was kind of killed. Top man who escaped. And then there was this guy. Followed by... Nah, he's definitely not from India. Is he the... He has to be... someone of importance. Perished in the Escape Part 5. Oh, that was when the mutiny thing was going on. First memory was in the murder. You know what, let's go take... Now that we know more people's names and everything, let's go take a look at his memories. Okay, so going back, the murder, the calling. Wait, 3 others were present during... Oh wait, this guy was present when he was hailing, this guy's like, they're back at the captain, but then the Formosan guy shot the second mate after seeing that he kidnapped his people and they're all dead with some unknown things aboard it. So I can understand why he shot, but that's beside the point. And on the gun deck, the guy was there and the demons were attacking. But then when the demons were attacking, what was he doing? So it was a 6-part 3 gun deck by the wall. So 6-part 3 gun deck by the wall, where some dude got impaled by 3 spikes, soon to be 4 spikes with the person next to him. Or, I mean, like the other person taking the 4th spike right in the face. Right here.
What's going on? Stay back. She'll break your neck. Hey, come on. No, get there. Hey, cat.
So this guy's hiding. This guy was hiding along with... Oh, he's kind of looking over here going, what the hell? But does this tell me anything else? Does he usually not have his hat? I'm not sure if that's significant. But in terms of who he's hanging out with, although we're not sure if I think this was in the middle of the ruckus starting and everything. So people were already on alert, so maybe they're just scrambling to find something. So this poor dude kind of got wrecked. This guy got spiked. Excuse me. And then... Was anything else going on back here? Nothing. Nothing that they would want to show me anyways. Okay. So then, where do I go back again? Where's the door? Up here? Yeah, there it is. Okay, so next memory. So from then to part 4. That's the Orlop. So Orlop, moving on down, we need to go further. So I need to look for that guy with the hat again. Oh yeah, so I'm gonna verify that this guy is the... Really? Huh. Okay, that's weird. How am I not verify that guy? So the bosun, this guy taking the guns, the gunner handing stuff to everyone, the fourth mate. Like, if I can find out who this guy is, then I can verify that obviously this guy is the fourth mate. Were you doing anything else? So, guy with scimitar, beaters, spike carpenter, right in the heart or above it. Ugh. Okay, so I can't figure anything else out from what he's doing. So, yeah, maybe I should just check out something else after the whole panic state with this chapter. Because it's just everyone fighting and dying and stuff, so I have to check out the Doom here. Yeah, this was before, or as the Kraken was, creeping up onto the ship and everything, so I have to go back to the bow, and that is the gun deck. I'm in the Orlop. So then, now we're moving up into the kitchen area. Gonna look at this part again. Gonna go through those disgusting sounds yet again. Guy just trying to innocently take a dump, I guess. That or you might have been forced to eject that when you can squeeze it ready. So then where? So the Persian dude was right here. And I believe the officer dude? No. This one. Yeah, so these two are definitely buddies of some sort, but I don't know. I can't make sure for certain, like, who these guys are exactly. I don't know, maybe this guy's the ship steward? And that this is the... that's the fourth steward. And then... oh, I don't know what else to go on though. No, there's no way that he's... this is gonna be a tough one to figure out. Oh yeah, keep guessing. I don't know, he's some kind of high figure. I can't figure it out. So we'll have to go back even further. Actually, let's go back to this part.